Last time in my Minecraft clone, I've stopped right at making world saving and loading and grass growth. Today in part 2, yes, there is gonna be a lot more stuff than before. Last time I made items be droppable, and now when you drop items in water, it floats. Some of them float, some of them don't. Yes. Since we last time stopped at saving and loading the world, I've actually finished implementing it, and I'm going to be showing it to you right now. Here's the main menu. I can press play and it would open the select world here. I can either open existing worlds or create worlds here. So let me create a world. Let's call it this, I don't know, F. Anything works. So I can either leave it as leave the seed as empty or add my own seed. So I'm just gonna create it without any seed. It will generate the world. So here's the world has been created. So yeah, afterwards I've made a proper AI movement. So well, it's not actually proper, it's kind of bugged. I mean, look at this. Well, it works now kind of, but still not perfect. So yeah, I'm gonna just leave it like this, because creating my own navigation system. Nope. I could just use the Unity's built-in navigation system, but that does not work with randomly generated worlds. Oh yeah, I also started making like directional blocks. So as you can see over here, I am placing blocks. Like this one is a test block, so each block has like I can just place it in a different direction based on where the player is looking at. I've also made it like a block renderer, so basically it allows you to render blocks directly on entities. So as you can see here, the player is covered in sand basically, and here the sand is falling in action. Boom, here we go, sand falls, perfect. Then afterwards I've added leaves decay, but I've made it like faster than what Minecraft does it. So let's just almost instantly this gets all decayed at once. I made that practically the same day as I made the gravity blocks. Just did everything at once. I continued working on the furnace, and now it's made out of 2 parts. I started making ores. I've made like copper, iron, and coal. And the furnace that I made, basically just it's supposed to only smelt like ores and like non-food items. So after I made the ores, I've like decided to start working on the actual furnace, because this whole time it actually was not functional. So now the GUI is done like that. So the first item I've made to smeltable is the sand block. So it requires like 1500 degrees before it actually starts smelting. So what do you need to increase the temperature is basically just find a good fuel. You give good fuel source. So coal will reach 1500, while wood would reach like, I don't know, 600. I don't remember actually at the top of my head. So it's like 600 or 700. I don't remember. Like right afterwards, I just made ingots. You could make like swords and axes out of it. Oh yeah, I also got rid of the test entity, because before it was all test entities or like just running around. I just replaced the test entity with a cow mob. Yes, basically. Yes, this is just so that there's a food source other than the apostrophe fruit that I made like last time. And also I've added like oxygen level. So as you can see next to the hotbar, there is a oxygen bar. When it runs out, the screen just slowly fades away before you die. And you just die immediately if it fades out completely like this. While I was doing all of that kind of features, I've also like tried to do some optimization. So basically every chunk had one mesh. So now instead of that, I've taken every mesh of each chunk and combined them into one mesh. Well, actually it's not actually one mesh, it's actually 2 meshes. So basically the landscape and the water. So translucent blocks are separated, just so that it would show properly. Since I did this, just occlusion culling doesn't work, so I have to implement my own. So this is how it looks now. Yes, if I use an axe to spam right click a log or plank, it would turn into a slab. So now why is the physical crafting? So this is just a single step to make a campfire. So here is an old version of how the campfire looked like before. It looks kind of ugly, and you could like put your raw beef on it and just gets cooked. But you should not actually leave it for long, because it would actually start burning. After I got some feedback from some people, I replaced the particle effect with a better one. Like this time I actually drew the texture like a normal person, like that. Because I added campfire, I also added like I made it so that all entities burn up when they touch the campfire, or they stand on it or something. After all of that, I don't know why I've left this for now. I should have done this in part 1. So basically, I've added foliage, yes, tall grass, flowers, and all that kind of stuff. So there are like 2 flowers, like tulips and buttercup flower. Oh yeah, I also added like a cheats menu, debugging menu. I only added the cheats menu just so that I could like debug the game. For example, I want to test a block, I just have to give myself the block. Or if I want to test an entity, I just spawn it. Yes. I've also added like particle effects for when you try to mine and break blocks. So they drop like particle effects when you try to break it, and it looks nice. Last of all, I've added like a blood particle effect here. So when I hit mobs, it like drops like blood particles, and if I hit with it like something that deals a lot of damage, it would like bleed more. And also it's like in the code, it's just customizable. There's like a parameter I could change the color for each mob. The last thing before I end off, next episode of this devlog, I might show the new mob. There's a new mob coming soon, and it's a hostile mob. So next time you should be expecting a hostile mob to be added. So if you guys enjoyed this episode of my world game devlog, press the like button, and see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.